What many people fail to address in the state of education, specifically public education, is poverty. How poverty impacts education. How so? Well, you speak to many educators and many principals and many administrators and many people outside of education, and one of the issues that they will state is parent involvement. Parents are not involved as what they should be, right? But when you look at private schools and a lot of the successful private schools, successful charter schools, what do you have? You have high levels of parent involvement, right? That's one of the key ingredients. But when you add poverty to the public education sector, particularly in pockets that there are high levels of poverty, then it impacts their child's education. It impacts students' involvement in education because they are just thinking about the day. It's tough to think about education long term or long term goals when you're just trying to survive and make it through the day. For instance, my father was a single dad who dropped out of high school, right? No high school diploma, raising 5 kids on his own. So education was important, but it wasn't at the top of the list. At the top of the list was keeping the lights on. At the top of the list was keeping us clothed and fed. At the top of the list was surviving and making it through. Then everything else followed that. So even now, as I teach in a district that's 100% free or reduced lunch, it's high poverty. So of course, these parents have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to survive, or some parents are unemployed or may not even have an education. So they are struggling check to check, week to week, day to day. The month is lasting longer than their money. And a lot of educators don't understand that, right? They've never been through that, so they don't know how it feels to not be involved heavily with their child's education.